Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms. We're reporting live and direct with Errol from 5D Reality. He just got his bath, so he's just, really sending you so much love. Thanks for all the love, family, that you show me. Thanks for supporting the channel in all the ways that you do. Remember, we do have a main channel, Dr. Mumbi Show, and actually today's topic, I will actually be doing an extended on the main channel, talking about how Elizabeth actually became queen of the global vampire nation when she came to Kenya. Because guess what? So apparently, Charles has said that on becoming king of the global vampire nation, his first visit would be to Kenya. Kenya wasn't actually top on his list. He'd wanted to go to France in March, but there's been a lot of riots. You know, there's a revolution going on in France. They won't let you know. There's a whole revolution going on in France, so he had to cancel that. And the next thing we know, he announces that he will be traveling to Kenya on his first trip, a very emotional trip, where his mother ascended to the throne when her father died and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people are seeing him trying to solidify the kingdom, because Kenya is still a colonial post of the British Empire. Unless we get rid of these secret society guys who are running government, then they're gonna continuously do that. And you know what? Anyway, let me not even get into that. Yeah, so why are they so obsessed, family? Why are they so obsessed with Kenya? Why does he have to make it like the first nation he visits? Don't you think it's to pay homage to something or to try and harvest some energy? Kenyans should be asking themselves, why are these people so obsessed with us? Why are they always coming to get energy from us? Mount Zion, as I always say, has the quote-unquote Ark of the Covenant, or let's just say an extremely powerful machine, or multi-dimensional instrument of power that if the British Empire got a hold of, they could literally try and take over the universe or rule the world. I've said it so many times on this channel, that particular Ark of the Covenant, let's just call it that, is not in 3D, so it's not something like they can walk into a shrine and pick it up. But there's so many visits that William makes, family, to Mount Zion. I have a shrine there, where he's always trying to figure out the whereabouts. The British Army has built massive underground cities and bunkers looking for this so-called Ark of the Covenant that would give them total power. And if you've been to Kenya, and maybe I'd say East and Central Africa, maybe Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, there's a certain vibration on this land that Babylon has been harvesting, that the British Empire uses to dominate the world. But you know what? They've also said, yet to be confirmed, which tells me that they were kind of testing the waters, because they want to make him popular. They want to turn, the new king of England into a global celebrity. That's the whole purpose, family. But he's also trying to come and re-establish the throne, because he was part of the reason Elizabeth had to go is because some very deep rituals were done around Mount Zion and other places that I won't mention, that kind of brought an end to the British Empire. And he's not going to have the same influence. In fact, there was such a massive anti-Charles campaign even during the coronation. I mean, before, you'd have never seen someone calling the king sausage hands and, stuff like that. Excuse my French. But family, Babylon has fallen. And part of the Babylonian power was centered in Mount Zion, here in the motherland. Because you think in the emotional trip home, He won't be making his way to Mount Zion. Remember, Elizabeth actually became queen on top of a tree close to Mount Zion. Of course, he's going to want to repeat that, and that has nothing to do with it. Of course, he's going to want to visit the British army in, by the Mount Zion. We have to stop being naive. But, those times are gone, family. They cannot reclaim something whose season is over. They are not more powerful than God, and they're learning they're not even a God. Because there's some true gods and goddesses that are here on earth, and they are messing up frequencies for these guys. Definitely check out Sargon the Great. My friend on Instagram, he was the one who was talking about how Charles had been made the king of the, global vampiristic dragon nation. And I've already told you Kenya is a dragon nation, but on the other channel, I'm actually going to talk about what happened. There was a very heavy ritual that was done when Elizabeth came to Kenya that caused the death of her father and her to become queen and saved Kenya. But I'll get into details in the next episode, and I'll actually post that on my main channel, Dr. Mumbi Show. But family, sometimes when I tell you guys they need us to run the world, you don't believe me. But that's the whole truth, family. And now, the rightful rulers of Mount Zion, of Mama Africa, of Mama Gaia, if you want to put it like that, are here. So it's not business as usual on the motherland. And we are a new breed of African. And woe to he who comes thinking he can steal, kill, and destroy again. There's such a lack of interest in this family, because even the generation that was brainwashed to worship this global vampiristic empire is sadly passing away. They're the ones who got jibby jabbed and everything, and they're not doing too well. Those are stories for other days. Family, I have some really good news. Before I get into that, I really want to hear what your opinion is on this, because this is crazy. What do you think of Charles coming to Kenya, and why Kenya? I keep telling you, because Kenya, in fact, just the East Africa, is a very, very special place, and Mount Zion is here in Mount Kenya, and we have the so-called Ark of the Covenant. And you see, these guys understand what it does to you when you're in proximity to such a high vibration. Because, Europe is not in 3D. A lot of Africa is 5D, but a lot of the cities are still very third dimensional, very dense. So is he coming to Kenya to try and access that 5D power? Because before, when they ruled the whole world, we were all stuck in 3D. But now, there's different pockets that are moving into higher realities that cannot longer be controlled by these lower entities. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And you know what, family? I have absolutely awesome news. So Soweto Theatre has agreed to host Hebrew to Negroes premiere on 11th June. I actually looked at it. It's such a beautiful theatre. There's already like billboards. There's someone sent me a picture of like a billboard along the highway. So the premiere is back on, and I actually think it's kind of deep that it's in Soweto. It's even deeper, actually. And it may actually even cause, because that's where the original revolution of South Africa began. Correct me if I'm wrong, my beloved South Africans, but it is so significant for me spiritually and psychically that after everything, the whole thing starts in Soweto. So definitely, if you're in South Africa, family, definitely consider going. June 11th is actually a Sunday, so you'll be able to drive from wherever you are. And let's show solidarity, family, that we cannot be controlled by these the machine of Babylon and their marketing and their this and their that. So if they don't tell us to do something, we won't do it. Let's show them that we're a totally new breed of African. Tuko pamoja.